Welcome back to the day 45 of the Blueprints. In the last couple of episodes, we had managed to get closer and closer to solving the riddles and puzzles of the manor. We are now up to 3 red letters, 2 of the sigils, and 3 of the permanent editions. Slowly but surely, we are solving the riddles and the story of the Blueprints. This game has been absolutely stunning in its puzzles and storytelling, and I hope to get more. I now have a, I guess you can say, to-do list to solve some of these puzzles, and I look forward to trying to get some more. We discovered that we can go into the foundation without the need of the basement key, but we need to find the different keys and stuff. So today I think we'll try a little bit of stuff, and I think I figured out another puzzle that we're going to try to do. So it looks like to start out outside in the grounds, we have 3 possible rooms: the tomb, the shelter, or the root cellar. Right now, to solve a puzzle we need for the tomb, we have to figure out the names of all the different angel statues that we have. We solved one way that allows us to get into the basement should we want to, but we need to focus on some of the other stuff. The shelter, we were able to get the safe open and get the letter out of there, but I think today we're going to go for the root cellar again. I don't think there's any additional puzzles in here. It's just we need to focus on getting the shovel for this room. Of course, this is the family tree. It does not look like we get to start with anything. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and get started in the house. One of the things we need to do is build up a lot of allowance, build up a lot of coins, and see about purchasing some of the things that could be found in the showroom. Let's see what we can get out of there. We did get this stamp off this. You guys can take the time to pause the video and read these if you like. I'm not going to read them again. And of course, I would still like to fill this out a little bit. Still haven't fully figured out how to do the 1 in under an hour yet. The trophy of speed. But we shall see for today. Alright. Storeroom, spare room, corridor. I think we'll start with the corridor over here. Bedroom, parlor, commissary. Get the commissary and see what items are for sale. Storeroom, guest bedroom, hallway. Pick the hallway. Okay. So, the thing that I noticed, I went back and I rewatched some of my older episodes. We've been trying to struggle to figure out the puzzle given by these art pieces. What I noticed is that they change based on the rooms that you did, and that's what confused me for the longest time. But while watching some of my older episodes, I noticed something. The pictures don't change, or are not connected with the room, but the position of the house. So, I've overmissed that look. I should have noticed that sooner. It seems so obvious in the get-go. But I think when I start making these rooms up, I am going to try to start figuring out the different letters for the grid to solve this puzzle. So I think this is what? Bridge and bride? Gap and gown? I'm not too certain about these ones just yet. We'll have to figure that out one later. Alright, I think there's our shovel that we need for today. And I'm going to save our money for the other stuff for the moment, although we do need some keys later. But now we have a way to do our dig spots. So let's double back outside real quick and hit all of those locations. I don't see any dig spots in here, but I didn't think. So, we know Queen and Ace. We know this letter's supposed to be F, so I think this is supposed to be face and Ace, and this room is letter F. But I think I'm going to start writing down the different letters. We got to start figuring out the synonyms, because sometimes the pictures have different meanings based on the connection that they're connected to. Alright, old shoe. Nothing. Coin. Old tin can. Another coin. And a turnip. Alright, so we got a couple coins and a couple more steps from down here. Nothing too useful. Didn't find any good rare keys or nothing. So what we need to do is figure out the name of all the statues. Figure out all the letters of all the different rooms. We need to figure out the reservoir puzzle. Alright. Bedroom, hallway closet, storeroom. I think we'll take the hallway closet because the corridor is a hallway. So we get 3 items out of this. And this place is a good spot for a dead end. Alright, I'm seeing the running shoes. Coin purse. And a key. Alright, so since this way... Alright. So... bar and beans? Beads. No, that's too many. Separate. Some of these are very difficult for me to figure out. Like, what do these two mean? It's synonymous with each other. That's missing a letter. And then I see flan and there it is. Sand. Or desert or dessert. So it's an S. Alright, but I don't want to keep going back and forth and wasting our steps. So I think we'll take the commissary way up. Alright, spare room, hallway, or den. Fortunately, no matter what I do, it's going to be a one-directional room, so I think we'll take the spare room to save these two for later. I still think there's probably a puzzle in this room here. But we haven't found any clues yet as to what this does. Alright, bedroom, it's dead end. Breakfast nook is a dead end. Or music room. We only have 1 diamond. Wish we had found another one before we got in here, but unfortunately it looks like we're going to block ourselves off this direction. Yeah. So I think we'll take the bacon and eggs. get some extra steps, and then hope that the hallway doesn't dead end us up as well. We need to get some more diamonds. I'm just checking around. Sometimes there's keys or diamonds or coins hidden somewhere. This will be a very short episode if we end up getting blocked this early. Alright. Hallway, drawing room, or passageway? I'm going to do the drawing room, because it at least gives us a northern room. But it's be our last diamond. That way if we go right, and then we get stuck with another dead-end room, we're okay. But I think pine and pin, so this would be E. Alright. Parlor, guest bedroom, pantry. Right now we need the diamonds. I think we'll take the parlor. Alright, only if we could solve this puzzle. Been pretty good at solving this puzzle. I think only twice so far we've failed it, so I don't want to jinx us though. One of the other statements is false. One of the other boxes contains the gem. If you replace the word one in the other two statements with both, they will both be false. Alright, so if this one is true, replace the word one with both. Both of the other statements is false. So if that one's true, this one has to be false. One of the other boxes contains the gems. If this is true, it's one of these other twos. If it says both, they are false. So I'm guessing this is a true one. So if this one's true, these two are false, which makes this true. Alright. Which would mean that this box is false, which means that one of the other boxes, both of the other boxes contains gems, which means that this box would contain the gems, right? I'm going to chance it. There we go. I think I almost always overcomplicate this. Alright. Stag and tag. S. Alright. Hallway, workshop, office. Don't want to spend my 2 gems just yet, but we do need to get into the office. I know there's a safe in the office. We have not cracked it yet, but we need to figure that out. But for now, I think I'm going to take the workshop. See what item it gives us. It's the battery. Alright, so if we find the broken lever, we can make this special shovel. Yeah, I can't combine anything just yet. Let's go ahead and go up from the workshop then. The chapel, the hallway, or the courtyard. Get 5 dig spots and typically an item in the courtyard. So I think we'll do that because we did upgrade the courtyard for dig spots. And then I would like to go back to the drawing room and see what we can get from there. We're going to need a key card to move forward. Right, and I do not see an item in here. Old shoe. Another old shoe. I hope all 5 of these aren't useless. Scrap of paper. Workshop idea. The compass and the shovel. Compass and a shovel. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We got 1 coin and the workshop idea. Fortunately, that didn't help us much. Alright, let's head back to the drawing room, because we get the re-rolls if we try it. We did get this safe. I'll give you guys a moment if you want to read this. Pause it, do what you need to do. Okay. I'm not seeing any unique paintings in this room, so I do not know if this room will contain a letter. Unless it is one of the regular ones that we see, like a horse and man or something. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can get. Let's see, bedroom, hallway, or boiler room. Or we could do a redraw. We have 2 diamonds. We want the boiler room, and we want to connect it up to the science lab. But right now, I do not know if we have the capabilities of doing that. It'll be completely RNG based. Hallway will give us connection and over the bedroom loops, or we can do a redraw. I hope I don't regret this, because we don't have the key card, so we can't go through the courtyard. Do I want to try the boiler room? Trying to remember. Does the science lab require gems as well? If it requires 2 gems, we're going to be in trouble. Let's chance it. Usually a couple of dig spots down here as well. Alright, and then this connects to something. Noticed that before. If we can turn this lever, it connects to something. I just don't know what. So I guess maybe this puzzle isn't fully finished, even though we are able to unlock both doors. Alright. I want the science lab with something with a vent that can connect it to. Weight room, security, observatory. Don't want the weight room. Observatory would give us a dead end, so I think we'll take the security. I don't like losing our last diamond. There's no items floating around the house right now. Just taking a look. See if there's anything that we're missing. Most of these rooms seem to have had puzzles in them. Right, let's go up through security. Hopefully find a way to get some more diamonds, because we seem to be hurting on diamonds today. Road and rod, I believe will be an A. So unfortunately, it looks like all the rooms that we got will not connect us up to the foundation. We do have the den, though. We can get a diamond. Try to move some more to the west way and see if we can now find some more diamonds. See, no dig spots. No chests. And then sage, I think? That might be sage. If that's the case, this would be T. Alright. Great Hall, Dark Room, Observatory. I think we're going to do the Great Hall, because we know that one of them has the things. We only have 2 keys, so we need to be careful. We haven't found... Yeah, because I want to save our diamond. I don't want to use Dark Room just yet. We know the one forward here will lead out. Now I can get the pantry, the bedroom, or the garage. Garage will give us 3 more keys. We can get outside. Bedroom, pantry. Pantry will loop us around. 4 more coins, which would be good if we get the proper thing. And bedroom. 2 extra steps. I'll take the pantry. Okay. See, card, which we called face in the first, but it's going to be card and car. So this room is D. Alright, hallway, breaker box, observatory. Don't want to waste the hallway here. Breaker box would give us a dead end. Don't think we need it for today. So I think we'll take the observatory. We'll use our last diamond, but maybe we'll get lucky. I don't remember what kind of stars will be for today. Alright, 2 constellations. Sail. More dead end rooms. Neither of them helped us. Alright. Either crow, raven, bird. That'll be crow and row. So the letter C for this room. Alright. Hallway, coat check, furnace. You are more likely to draw red rooms while drafting. I know we need the furnace for something. There's a reason why this room exists, just like all the other red rooms. But do I want to deal with the effects of the red rooms this run? The coat check, we don't have any really valuable items at the time. We have no items in there, so I haven't been using it. Let's go look at the furnace. Hopefully I don't regret this. Alright, so now we're back up to 2 keys. It's got an overhead vent. I'm not seeing anything I can interact with. So maybe if this connected to a proper room, it would give us something. We have 2 chances to figure out which key leads us out. Nope. First is the dead end room. This goes upwards. And we need to be able to get it back in here. So we gotta be back in here when we get some more keys later. Looking for diamonds though. Chapel. Mailroom. Vault. Wish we had the 3 diamonds for the vault. We are hurting on diamonds today. Mailroom. Package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. If we select this one, it's for future calls. Or we could take the biter from the chapel, lose the coin, continue forward. I think that's what we'll end up doing. Alright, there of course leads to the elevator in the back of the foundation. Alright, so we got our coin back then. An old shoe. Yeah, we have names of a couple of these people. Just not all of them yet. I gotta read some notes. There's no books or papers or anything else in this room. Okay. If only we had 1 diamond, I would have took it. Alright, hallway gives us an extra walkway. I think this is tube and tub. So this would be E again. Look for keys and diamonds. That's what we're hurting for today is... And the door's locked. We can't get into foundation. So let's head back to the boiler room. See what we can get from there. We do hope for the science lab, but that all comes down to RNG. We need to come back in here to flip one of the switches. Yeah, it's these vents that I've noticed. We need to be able to connect the science lab through the vents. So the science lab doesn't need to necessarily be here. Just a room that connects it. Alright. Freezer. Archives. Locksmith. Do not have a diamond still to get in there. Locksmith would have been great. Freezer would give us a dead end. But we'll be able to get into some of the stuff because we're connected to the furnace. But I think we're going to have to take archives just so we can continue on. So it looks like they're still connected through the vents. Let's see, we haven't been able to climb anything. Just wondering if there's a puzzle in here somewhere besides the lore dump that it gives you. Still need some keys. We need some diamonds. Alright. So match, fire. Where's the other picture? Where's the other picture at? There it is. Still think it might be match and thatch. Was this pine fir? Fire and fir, so this would be E maybe? I don't know. Alright. So the courtyard was blocked off by a key card. So I think we're going to take this way first. Gymnasium, bunk room, or archived. I'll try the archived. And that is the guest bedroom. There's another key at least. Sand and. So S for this room. Alright. We haven't done the bedroom yet. We haven't done the boudoir yet. I think it's very rare that we see some of these other rooms. So I think I'll stick with bedroom for now. Because we still haven't figured out what actually happens when we guess right for these. Let's see though if we can connect the archives with the foundation now. And if not, we now have a key to get up through the hallway. Don't have the diamonds for the passageway. Wish we did. Storeroom will give us a dead end. So I think we're going to take the chance with the archives. Unfortunately, it was the weight room. We are still connected to via the vents. Unfortunately, I'm seeing... Yeah, I need the key card. I'm not seeing any items in here, but now we are now hurting for steps. We can now get into the foundation. So we can do the dig spots down there. Maybe we can get some lucky and get some diamonds from that. And still hope for the laboratory. There's only 2 dig spots. We can go down to the basement if we choose. We found out that we don't need the key to get through. I'm disappointed with the RNG for today. We're not getting the rooms that we need. Alright, we'll use our last key. Dark room, archived, or kitchen. We're gonna take the kit. Oh, we don't have the diamond for the kitchen. We are really hurting on diamonds. Because this is the last key, I don't want a chance to archived, so I think we'll take the dark room. Yeah, it's dark now. We can't see what our choices are. Okay, the storeroom will at least give us a couple diamonds, and it looks like a couple dig spots. That's good. Alright, so now we at least have 2 keys. We can either go back through the weight room or try the dark room. Weight room needed the key card though, so we have to do the dark room. We do have a key now if we want to go up through the hallway. Or we could try the Great Hall and still see if we cannot find the lever. Do we chance it and use it for the 2 gems here? This might be the hallway, the passageway. Trying to think about what rooms might cost 2. And do we want to chance it now? Do 1. Or we could just... This is a good chance that this is probably a dead-end room. So I think we'll take it. Yeah, passageway. That is good. Out of diamonds again. Still seems to have the overhead vent. So let's go and put a dead-end room now down here. No, I don't want to waste a key. So let's go up the passageway then. Don't have a diamond. Dead-end room. Try the archived. It's a hallway. Alright, fan. So this would be L. Go this way. Last key. Alright, archived. Mecarium. The vault. We don't have enough money for the coins for the vault again. Let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, if we select this, we will have 3 doorways. That one's in a weird position. Okay. So let's try the weird position door first and see what that leads. Oh. One of the ways that I unlocked the antechamber. That explains it. Wonder what happens when you fill in all these doors then. Alright. So then let's try to go north. Gymnasium. Archived. Servants' quarters. Don't have a diamond. Don't want to lose more steps. Really taking chances today. And this is the study. While drafting, you may spend diamonds to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Oh, we made it to 8 as well. Armory. We already did the chapel. 4 corners. Lose steps and gain a key. Put the draft into there. Alright. So here's a safe. We gotta figure out the key code for that. 44 letters, which we're slowly figuring out. Now that I know that even though the paintings change, the letters do not, based on a location of that. Okay, I'm looking for some sort of clue. Looking for something, anything that can help us out. I don't know why I'm keep spinning this. I'm just hoping for something to jump out at me. We haven't figured out any... Why is that chess piece set there? It doesn't match up with that. But if I'm not mistaken, we use this room to solve the outside. I hate leaving these rooms. That's got a safe in it that I know that the safe is in it. Glove love, sing sting, crowd crow, gown groan, snack sack. Room's not built like the chessboard, but it's at D8. Be 844. 0844 maybe? No. Let's see. If it's intentional, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth spot over. Where D is typically a 4. 1 to 8. To 05, 04, 08. No. I think we interpreted last time too that it doesn't have to be 4 letters to do it, or 4 numbers. So 4, 5, 8. No. I don't know. I just think the 44 message probably doesn't have to do something. It probably has to do something with this chessboard. Where was it that I read before? I think it was Reddit. Hopefully this wasn't a spoil to an answer or puzzle. About how each safe had something to do with a date. So what date can we find in here? Thursday. I'm not seeing any calendar or clock or picture or anything. So what I love about these puzzles, you all have to have outside knowledge. a clock there. A compass. Alright, so we know 08. I do apologize for trying to brute force this. January 08. February 08. Oh! I was just going to go through each of the months, but would have took me forever to get to December. I figured I was just going to go backwards. Alright. Letter 2. December 8th. Okay. M. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or two. It's all lining up, and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I have just learned that several members of the museum's guards are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 or more pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run. Assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of servant staff. Until we meet on the shore of the White Sands, Caleb. And it looks like we got a new room. The doors in this room are securely locked. This probably has something to do with where the crown originally was kept. And Caleb and Marigold work together to steal the crown. This is why I love this storytelling. It all comes down to how you interpret it. Alright, we are running out of steps. We're almost into the antechamber. That's locked. The weight room was locked. The passageway was locked. I think this might end up being the end of our episode. Yeah. I am glad we were able to accomplish at least something. Why am I holding a book? Why am I able to do a redraw? What? Alright, well, I don't want to do the redraw because it looks like it'll cost us a diamond. Morning room can get us 2 diamonds, but we're unable to continue on with our keys. Unfortunately, I think it's too late for us to find the... Could do the archive to see what it gives us. Just a utility closet. A couple more coins. Aye. Coat and coast, I think, should be A. That's locked. Let's go down to the basement then to see what we can find before we end this episode. I know it's going to be a little bit of a longer episode, because it took us so long to brute force that safe. When I figure out where I learned the date trick, I will post it in the comment section of this video or the description of this video. Alright, tiger. Still no clue what this is supposed to be. Okay. We didn't get the items to get through these walls, but I know there's something behind them. We discovered that last time in the secret garden with the hammer, the battery, and the broken lever. We didn't get the opportunity to actually mix any items today. Okay. Still haven't figured out the puzzle for this one yet either. We were able to ride the boat over there once, I believe. Maybe we should drain the water and ride the boat over again. I don't know why I did that. My guess is maybe the reservoir, if it's drained, there's a way to get down there? Maybe? Because one of the switches does raise this gear up. And it looks like there probably is stuff down there. Yeah, I messed myself up by turning this gear the first time. I should have never have touched it. But no, there's stairs up there. So there has to be a way to get up there. And there's this passageway down here for this room we haven't figured out. Actually, I seen this red block in the boiler room with the light. Would that be a connection? Do I have enough steps to get back to the boiler room? I don't think so. We came down this way a few times, but each time I always just ignored it. And now that we're doing the story hunting and lore hunting, I don't know if I have enough steps to get back. But I know for next time, boiler room, see about connecting that red room down there. I believe there's another hallway along here too, isn't there? No. Alright, now we need to find the keys to unlock these doors. We have a note from room 46 as to where they're at. We were not able to get into the antechamber even though we're revealing the door 46. And then the sigils, through context clues, we were able to get some of them. Last time I brute forced the box, I don't want to do that again. It looks like that's the chimney sweep. Eight realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order, what route, and where to start? Questions like these are the ones I tend to ignore. This planet has never been my strong suit. Well then, in the true spirit of adventure, I have departed, forsaking both map and plan, as it happens. The road was taking me south. It seems fitting to begin the journey by visiting a fragment of the Old Kingdom, a landmark as black in the realm as it is in name, and a story I feel closely connected to. Herbert. 8 realms in 8 months. The objective was simple enough, but in what order? I'm thinking maybe these postcards tell us the order for the one puzzle that's in room 46. The map with the pins. I am not going to mess with this long. Okay. Alright, well, I think we're going to end the episode with 8 steps left. I doubt I'm going to make it back to the furnace room, but I'm going to try to. But I do thank you all for the continued support. It was nice that we got one more of the saves opened, if not by a little bit of a brute force. I will post in my comment section, I think, of where I found the information of the found the information of the day. A date has to do with the safes. Right, I think also for the next episode, we are going to make a checklist of everything that we need to do. We just need one good, perfect run, I think. Today we hurt with diamonds, we hurt with keys. Alright, boiler room is there. We want to go through the weight room. Down the boiler room. Hopefully this doesn't turn off the boiler room and lock this room when I do this. But there's the red box. There we go. The light is on now. Yeah, withdraw the bridge. Do I have enough? No, I do not have enough steps to get back. I would need 5. I got 3. There's no food or extra steps between. So I think just for now, I'm going to put it back. We'll have to figure this out another time. But I'm pretty sure this is the one that unlocks in the foundation. If we get the boiler room early next time, we'll try connecting it. Unless there's a way to get this bridge to come across and to connect to this. It would have to be this way. Okay, that's not working. I don't want to mess with this too much. Cause issues, so I'm just going to put it back for the moment. So I want that bridge. There we go. And we're going to end this episode here. I will talk to you all the next episode. Thank you all for the continued journey and support of this series. We've got a lot of puzzles still to solve. I do not know how much more games we're going to play. 45 is kind of a lot. But we will discuss it, we will make our rooms, we will make our plans for the next time. And until then, God bless.